Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Julia. Welcome to Simply Julia at Home, where we talk about gardening, cooking homemade meals, and just life, y'all. Alright, I got, what I did was a rough draft of how I'm going to do my gardening. I know last time I recorded, I did a video. It was like literally a rough draft. This one, I'm really breaking down how I'm going to do my gardening. It could change as I get out there and start planting, because right now it's snow everywhere. We had a couple weeks where the snow was good. I mean, the snow was gone, baby. We could see the ground. I was excited. If I had the dirt, I would have started planting seeds that day. I was so thirsty. But anyways, it snowed again. But this is just like another rough draft of how I'm going to do my front yard, because my backyard is shaded. Once the trees grow all their leaves, I'm not going to have enough space. But I'm still looking to grow back there too. Some things that could grow in the shade like lettuce or whatever, still debating on that. But my main goal is the front yard. And I have like a strip of the side over on this side. Y'all gonna see more. I'm gonna do a tour of my yard once we can go out there and start planting stuff out. Y'all will see how the layout is. So I did 1 page just for my front yard. I know I got a lot of stuff going on here. So this part here is basically my front strip right here in the front. Like as I'm sitting in front of the window where it shows the whole layout of where I'm gonna be planting at. And I got plans on planting my peppers, like my sun-loving plants, my peppers, my tomatoes, bunching onions, squash, like, cause my yard is on a slant. So there's a slant going towards the street, and then there's a slant going towards my driveway, which I'm going to try to level things out. But like over here in like the little slanted part, I'm thinking about just doing all of my cabbages. I'm thinking about doing 6 cabbage plants. And I'm going to grow those in bags. So any of the circles you see will be grow bags. Like I did a note over here for myself. It'll be grow bags and totes. 18-gallon totes. My thing is I'm going to plant 2 tomatoes in each 18-gallon tote. And I'm going to do determinate, because if I do indeterminate, it's gonna have an airflow problem, so I'm not gonna do that. I might try to do a pepper like that too, so we gonna see. I'm gonna look that up too, because I feel like as long as it's determinate, we good to go. My cucumbers gonna be on the trellis, and I'm gonna have nasturtiums everywhere. I'm gonna have flowers everywhere. I'm gonna do sunflowers in the front too, because my mailbox is like in that area, so I want to put a lot of flowers like by the mailbox to make it, you know, bring it to life, spice it up, beautify it, you know, but not put them too close to the mailbox so it won't affect the mail carrier. And then like on this side here, what I got, I wish I could show y'all a better picture, but I'll probably just take a picture of it and put it at the end of the video or whatever. Or you can just see it when I plan it out. Here on this side, I have a trellis system where I'm thinking of doing my green beans. And like I said, I'm doing contender green beans. So, and then I'll do my, oh, that's another thing. I'm going to do my potatoes and 18-gallon totes too. So I'm going to get some seed potatoes. Don't know from where yet. And then on this side is the trellis. On this side here, this line is a trellis. And I'm going to have tomatoes. Like I said, I told you I'm growing a lot of tomatoes and a lot of peppers. One, I'm growing a lot of tomatoes so I can do tomato sauce. I want to do my own barbecue sauce. I want to test that out too. And just, you need a lot of tomato products. And I want to have some for sandwiches, fresh eating. Because have you ever had a tomato sprinkled with some salt? I'm going to do basil. You know that's a deterrent from that and nasturtiums. I'm going to do some green beans. Like here, I'm going to do my squash in a tote. So I'm going to have squash here in this tote. Bunching onions. My peppers, basil. Do some mint. I want a lot of mint. And then I want to put like a flower bed like right here so I can sit out and have a little flower bed right there. Have me a little set to sit outside. And then, you know what, with my trellising system, because I have a neighbor right here and I have a neighbor here and I have neighbors across the street. My goal with the trellising thing is to make a trellis to block them out. That's my thing, because I don't want people just like staring at me. Whether I shouldn't care or not, whatever. It is what it is. But that's my goal with the trellising systems. I want to have like decent trellising. So plus one thing to give my plants enough to grow, my climbing things, and for me. here I got another trellising system right here because it's like a little slant. I cannot wait to show y'all when we get outside. When that time comes, y'all will see, and maybe it'll click like, okay, I see why she. Ooh. So I got another trellising system here because I want to grow my watermelons up, the vines, grow them up, and cantaloupe. Like I said last year, I grew 2 cantaloupes on accident. This year, I'm growing them on purpose. So I'm gonna do watermelon, cantaloupe, and then some more basil, and then I was gonna do some radishes too. So now this is my front yard area. I got like 3 different areas, y'all. My fencing area. So that area is, I think it's the neighbor's fence. I'm pretty sure it's the neighbor's fence. But I'm going to grow along that fencing area. Probably not the whole area, but just right up to the point where I want to just like, okay, this is where I want to stop at. And I'm going to have zinnias. Like, I want my tall flowers up against the fence. So I'm going to do zinnias, sunflowers, and snapdragons on, like, along the fence area. Then I want to grow some broccoli and my tote bags and my grow bags. And this is going to be a tote, and that's a tote. So in this tote, I'm thinking bush beans and tomatoes. And then I'm going to have my favorite marigolds, y'all. Jolly Jester. And then I'm going to have some basil growing over in this area as well. And then here, I'm going to do nasturtiums. I'm going to do another bush bean and tomatoes. Or is that bush tomatoes? Child, I done wrote it and don't even remember what I wrote. Okay, I think these are my bush tomatoes. Now, what I said earlier is I'm going to do 2 tomatoes in each 18-gallon tote. So that's going to be 2. That's going to be 2. And then I'm going to have the flowers and basil on that side. And then across from that, against the fence trellis. Oh, no. This is going to be my trellis part up against the fence. I'm going to do some more watermelon and cantaloupe. So, my last part will be my little side yard. I know y'all probably like, girl, you got stuff all over the place, honey. I do. It might seem chaotic here, but once I get it out there in the yard, things is going to change. This is just a rough draft of me to like draw it out and see how can I do stuff. But you know, once you get out there and you start planning, it can change. And it most definitely should change. How it fits and how it works for you. Okay, because I got like this little strip like right by my son's window where there's already flowers there. What are they called? I forgot what they called, but y'all will see those. I did not plant them. They were here when I moved here. Okay, like here, this is my driveway. That's why I just had to block that little part off. And then here, there's already like a concrete flower bed here. So this part here is going to be nothing but flowers. I'm planting nothing but flowers there. Do I got this upside down? Oh, I wrote that part upside down. Okay, anyways, I'm going to go this way because this is how I plan on doing the flower bed. I put different symbols for different flowers. I got circles for snapdragons. So snapdragons get tall. So I'm going to plant the snapdragons towards the back of the bed. And then I got to be careful too because my meters are right there. So when the people come and check the meters, the levels and stuff, I want them to be able to see see the meters and stuff and jot down, do that. I don't want to mess them up from them not doing their job. But anyways, but baby, we got to represent the pollinators over here. And then I have triangles for marigolds. Those are going to be like right here close to the front of the bed. Asters, I don't know how tall those get, but I got them here. And then I'm going to do some more zinnias. That's towards the back. And then calendula. You know what? Calendula, I don't know. I just pronounce it like that. I've heard people pronounce it. I've heard people pronounce it calendula. I'm going to have to get used to saying calendula. Calendula, same difference. I'm going to plant some of those too because I want to work on that too. Is making like my own salves and stuff, all that good stuff. Right here, this is where my side door is, and I want to plant flowers all along the steps because, y'all, I was battling them Asian beetles so bad. Oh my God, like they were invading my house. I had taped the side door up. Like we was in here playing Call of Duty, y'all. We was in here shooting vinegar water at them things. It was, oh my God. And this is what's making me nervous about planting because I do want to plant for fall. But if I'm going to be battling those things, I know it's going to be at a point I'm not even going to want to come out of my house. And that's how it was for me for the last 2 years. I didn't even want to come out of my house. Because it was just that bad when they get that invasive. And then they bite. Y'all, they bite. And then if you squish them, they stink. They draw in more. It's just, y'all stressing me out right now talking about it. Because I'm trying to plan for those too. And I've been doing my research. And I think the flowers are called chrysanthemums. Mom's flowers. Deters them. So I need to find me some of those. And get them planted all by the side, by my door. By my side door. Because when the sun comes up, on this side of my house. Because, okay, we're in the front of my house right now. My front door is right here. So I'm looking at my front yard. So my sun rises from this side and it goes up and it sets on that side of the house. And once the sun gets on that side between like 1 and 2 p.m., they're already out there. And they swarming that side of my house. And it's like I literally had to tape that door up on top of tape to try to keep them out. So once like 1, 2 p.m. hit, they're already on that side of the house. They're trying to get in. They just swarming all right there and by this door. So my thing is, I saw marigolds, I saw chrysanthemums, mom's flowers. So I'm like literally looking into those flowers to like plant loads and loads of them on that side so they catch that scent and they stay away from my house. So cross your fingers, y'all, because cross your fingers. All right. I'm stressed out, y'all, because I don't want to deal with them and I want to be outside and I want to be planting in the fall and all of that. But that's one thing will keep me in the house is those things. Y'all help me. Pray for me. Give me some suggestions that y'all got to help me battle them things because I'm not playing. My big daddy, my trellis and tomatoes. So I'm going to grow those. Like I said, I'm doing all my tomatoes in bags. Most of them in bags. And you know what? Half and half. Some bags, some in a tote. The determinant one's going to be in a tote because I could put more plants in one tote. But anyway, my trellising ones will be in a bag. So I'm going to do tomatoes here on the trellis system. Because like I said, I have neighbors. So I'm trying to create that blockage. And then sugar snap peas. We don't really care for We don't really care for sugar snap peas. But I do want to grow at least one plant. So I might just grow one plant. And that'll be right here. Because I want it for like, they going to go up. And then right here I have cucumbers in this tote. And then cucumbers here. You know, cucumbers climb, so trellising system. And then I'm going to do sweet 100. Well, no, I'm still here. With marigolds, I'm going to put next to those. Peppers in this pot. And then I'm thinking about same thing as this one. These two are the same. And then I want to grow my collards. I still have to order some collards. I'm debating between getting them from Botanical Interest or Baker's Creek. One of those two. So I want to grow some collards here. And then I'm going to have some, I want to do carrots. So these two totes are going to be carrots. And then I'm going to do cosmos in the bags behind them. And I want to do some lavender. And then here on this trellising system back here, I'm going to have super sweet 100s. And both of those totes right here going up the system. And then this is my backyard going back there. And I said, okay, my last frost is May 22nd. My idea is I'm going to give it that extra time and I might plant. My goal is I want to plant out June 5th or the week of June 5th. I don't want to plant out in May because just in case, I want to give myself that grace period where if anything, if we was to get like a late frost out of nowhere, my seedlings will be safe because I'm going to give it that extra time to do whatever it might do before I plant my seedlings, before I transplant them out into outside. So, by me planting out June 5th or transplanting my seedlings out June 5th, I will start my 12 weeks. If I'm counting back 12 weeks from June 5th, my 12th week starting planting out from June 5th will be March 13th and start my seedlings. My 10th week, it will be March 27th. My 8th week is April 10th. And my 6th week is April 24th. My 4th week is May 8th. My 2nd week would be May 22nd, which would be like my last frost day type thing. So that week of May 22nd would be the second week I would start planning out anything that I'm planning out that week. Right, because I'm in zone 4A in Minnesota. So know your zones, know your last frost date, and know your first frost date. We gon' hope I can do some fall planting, y'all. We are strongly gonna hope, cause I don't want those bugs to. Then not only those, y'all, not only the Asian beetles, y'all, it's box elder bugs. So not only am I fighting one, I'm fighting two, baby. Y'all pray for me. I'm not gonna plant that many hot peppers because I'll probably plant 4 hot peppers total, because I don't want to have that many hot pepper plants, because my main goal for hot pepper plants is just to make hot sauce. Sweet peppers, I want a lot of those, because not only we can eat them fresh, I can slice them up for my kids, make like little fruit dishes, veggie dishes for them, because they like peppers raw. Weird. I'm not into that yet, but they like peppers raw. I'm still planning on doing, what is that? I said I'm going to do 2 peppermint plants. They will be in pots. They will. Or I was thinking doing them in a tote garden. Who knows? That's still another thing I'm going to do. Roma tomatoes, since they are paste tomatoes, those probably be like the main ones that's going to be in totes. So I forgot how many. I think I said 15 tomato plants. We shall see. I said 15 because not only am I going to have them, but I'm planning on gifting some to like my friends and stuff too. So, and they want me to make, one of my friends want me to make some salsa. So when I do make salsa, he wants some tomatoes, anything. So I told him, like, y'all eat peppers, I'll give y'all peppers too. So anything that I'm going to grow for my household, I am gifting out to friends. So my zucchini and squash, I feel like I'm going to plant a lot of those, because just in case if some get attacked, I still got other ones I can get produce from. I can still get a harvest from those. Watermelons. I really want to grow my own watermelon, y'all, because I love watermelon. That is my favorite fruit next to mangoes and peaches, y'all. So watermelon, mangoes, peaches, my favorites. It used to be apples, but apples ain't appling no more. Cucumbers. I didn't even do a lot to my cucumbers last year. Like, I just put the plants out and harvested whatever I harvested from them, and then that was that. But I'm putting some work in this time. But my tomatoes, I said about 14 plants. Peppers, 12. Maybe 12. It might be 10. We'll see. I'll probably do 2 cayennes for sure. Just 2 cayenne pepper plants. I know that for sure. And my other ones, probably do 2 of those. And then the rest is going to be mostly sweet peppers. Because I'm making hot sauce not only for me, but for my kids. And my second oldest, he loves spicy stuff. So cabbage, I'm thinking about doing 10 plants because I want to get into fermenting, y'all. Like, when I do the hot sauce, I'm going to do fermented hot sauce, pickles, fermented pickles. Like, I'm going to be in here experimenting, y'all, and y'all is going to be along with me to do it. So, we gonna do this together, y'all. We is going to learn this together. If y'all with me, put y'all with me in the comments. Say, we with you, Julia, girl. Green beans, I want a lot of green beans. I said I'm going to do 15 plants. I don't know about that. That seems really excessive. That does. I'm not even going to tell y'all no story. That seems very excessive. I'm thinking about knocking that number down to like 5. Just 5. I don't know. Think about 5. Because the number I was going off of, okay, here. Number of plants I'm planting. Okay, where I got these numbers from is, here, I got 15 plants for cucumbers. 3 to 5 per person. It's 5 of us in this household. So, I go off like 5. Since it's like 3 to 5 per person. Okay, I did 5 times 5. That's 25 right there. But I did 5 times 3, which is the lowest number to get 15. But some of these numbers I can just no. 15 for green beans I think is a lot. That's going to be like a ridiculously amount of green beans. We're not doing 15 plants of green beans. I'll probably do like 5, if even 5, maybe 4. Who knows? We're going to see when we get out there. Because first of all, I don't even know how much space I'm going to have. But anyways, my kale, I said 5 plants. Why? Because I want to try some kale chips. I want to try making my kale chips. And I could dehydrate them. I can use those in smoothies and drinks and stuff like that. So I love smoothies. My kids love smoothies. And I could just make like drinks with them. And collards, same thing. I eat collard greens. Put a little smoked turkey wing in there, or smoked ham hock, neck bone, whatever meat you got. Smoked bacon pieces. Figure it out. Whatever meat you like, you can put that thing in there. Onions, I don't know. Did that say 75? We know that's not happening. Onions, I don't know yet because I don't know. Onions, we're going to have to come back to. Anyway, my squash, I think like a lot of people, if I do decide to preserve stuff and throw it in the freezer, I'm going to need an extra freezer. And I've been thinking about buying an extra freezer. And then, because I have a deep freezer downstairs. But I was thinking if I buy a chest freezer, that one can go downstairs and I can bring my deep freezer upstairs. That way, if I do that, I can have a lot of produce stored in the freezer. So that's still a work in progress too if I decide to get a deep freezer. I mean a chest freezer or another deep freezer. But yes, that's just the gist of what I'm thinking about planting this year. Pay attention to your growing zones. Like your last frost dates, I mean. Pay attention to your last frost dates. And then you can go off of that. Farmer's Almanac, that's a good place to go. I will put that link down below so y'all can click on that, put your zip code in, find out what's your growing zone. And I didn't know what my growing zone either was. It was 4A. I'm in 4A in Minnesota. I'm in the northern part of Minnesota. So that's how I found out my growing zone. But the main important thing is your last frost date. Your last frost date and your first frost date when you're planning for fall. So we going into spring. I hope this snow hurry up and go head on home. Winter, it's time to go. It's time to go winter. Tell it, y'all. Time to go winter. I'm just still trying to figure it out here too. I am. And the winter and the snow just keep making me so sad because it don't want to go home. And I'm ready for it to go home. So I can start planting out. But like I said, just giving me more time to plant. Start my planning. Keep my planning process together. And figure out how many of what I'm going to grow. And just narrow my numbers down. Because at this point, girl, you tripping. You is tripping, honey. But yes, I'm working on it, y'all. I am working on it. I am. And I hope y'all working on y'all gardens too. And I'm just here to motivate y'all. Oh! I almost forgot, y'all. I do have a green stalk. I do. So, my thing is, I'm going to plant leafy greens in my green stalk. I didn't really plant nothing up in there last year, but I am this year. I'm thinking about lettuce, parsley, calendula, rosemary, basil, marigolds. I'm going to try a tomato in there. My Roma, I'm going to try like a couple plants in there, see how that go. Chamomile, bunch of onions, radish, and my cherry bell radishes. That's what I'm going to put in my green stalks to see how that grows and go from there. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. I know I'll be all over the place. I appreciate y'all checking out my videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below what would y'all want me to do next. I want to be planting my seedlings next time. I'm trying to wait. I really am trying to wait. But y'all come check out with me next week. See what I got going on in my home. I appreciate y'all so, so much. So with that being said, y'all have a great day. God bless y'all. Bye.